Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to ask you all to rise and please respect the singing of the Soviet national anthem. Today, myself, Johnny Rose, and this man, Bully Boy Carter, are looking back at Nikolai Volkov and Boris Zuchoff, the Bolsheviks. Your choice, Bully Boy, and a marvellous one.
Yeah. Um, I love the Bolsheviks, to be honest. I love both of them. And I thought, you wouldn't fucking think I'd pick these. And like I said, you could pick 500 tag teams, and you probably wouldn't think I'd pick these. So and that's the good thing about doing this, isn't it? We just fucking pick
Yeah,
random, rare,
the
choices.
choices are endless, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, watching these, you forget just how good Boris Zuchoff is. Like, Nikolai was fucking needed in this team because he wasn't a bumper. Like, Nikolai's great, fucking brilliant, don't get me wrong, but to go against the younger teams that he did at this point, he needed a Boris.
you know what? I was gonna say something along them lines, like right at the end after my last match. I I've put what have I put? Yeah, I even like the very last thing I put on my notes was literally like I love Nikolai, but for me, Zhukov was fucking amazing. Like really, really so good. And it's like I think he's overlooked because
Mm.
of because of the star that Nikolai was. They kind of looked at Nikolai as being the, you know what I mean, like above him. But for me,
Yeah, like Nikolai was the leader, sort of thing.
yeah. But for me, Zhukov was fucking. He was so good, and I wrote like his timing and everything was like on certain things was just you don't even notice it, but he's so good. Like he really, really is so good. So
Like, Boris was brought in because Iron Sheik was fired, and obviously, Volkov and Sheik used to team, and then the whole thing with Sheik and Jim Duggan getting caught in the car with the drugs. So they fired them both, and they brought Duggan back, but not the Sheik. Um,
uh,
and I'm the biggest fucking Iron Sheik fan ever, but as a team, the Bolsheviks are way better
yeah,
entertainment wise. I think like
yeah,
in quality wise, maybe not entertainment wise. I might have got that wrong, but wrestling quality wise, definitely. Um, they
I always
went from
look forward to their match.
sorry, go on.
Like if I'm watching an old pay per view or an old show or whatever, I'll always look forward to the Bolsheviks more than the team with the sheep. Like like you were saying, like I always, it's just like it gets my attention a lot more.
Yeah, they went from late '87 when Boris was first brought in until the spring of '90. I didn't know till I looked into this, but Volkov is actually Croatian.
Yeah, I read that a little ages ago. Yeah,
And obviously, Boris Zuchoff used to wrestle as Sergeant Jim Nelson in Mid Atlantic. They were managed by Slick, as was the Volkov and Sheiky team. Their first TV match was October the 24th of 1987, so right near the end of '87. First pay-per-view appearance was Survivor Series of '87. They only kind of potted around the sort of house shows towards the end of the year, sorry, wrestling the Young Stallions and the Bulldogs. '88, they started the year well with a championship match against Strike Force on Saturday night's main event. Shitload of house shows against the Killer Bees. They were in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 4. But by the spring of '88, they were sort of back middle of the road again. And that's kind of how they finished up, really, wasn't it? Quick loss to the Power of Pain at SummerSlam of '88. '89, they were fucking shit kicking on our shows. It says on Wikipedia that they had a feud with the Bushwhackers, but it was just fucking wrestling the Bushwhackers, weren't it? '90, they were at WrestleMania 6 and lost in fucking 18 seconds to the Art Foundation. Fucking brilliant. Good payday for not a lot of work, isn't it? April and May, there was a bit of a split because Nikolai was getting all friendly with the Americans and Boris didn't like it. They never won any championships or fucking PWI awards or any of that, but what they did win, and this is good, and what they did win was in 1988, our very good friends at the Wrestling Observer, um, they were voted the worst tag team of 1988.
yeah.
which is quite a fucking bold statement considering how many tag teams there were. But you know, all tag teams were fucking great in '88. To be fair, that whole 87, 89 period, tag teams were fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
So to be the worst of a very good bunch, I don't think that's all that bad. To be fair, I'd quite happily to be the worst of the very best group ever. If you're in the WWF in the tag teams, you're doing all right, aren't you?
Yeah. In that period,
they're saying that they were worse than the Conquistadors.
That's the tag team I was just thinking of. Don't get me wrong, I like the Conquistadors, but
I'm just thinking of the 10 teams that were in that 87 Survivor Series or 88 Survivor Series, 88 Survivor Series. When you think of, I hate the word jobber to be fair, but when you hear that sort of jobber tag team, the Conquistadors are first to fucking spring to mind, and that Shadows team with Jose Luis Rivera and Moondog Rex, they were much the same.
Talking about fucking the term jobbers as well. I know it sounds fucking stupid, but like, because we always have this conversation about the term jobber, and I really don't like it. So I always change it to like job guy because it doesn't sound as bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's a job guy who's doing the job. He's not like a jobber. I just think it's fucking just to make it sound a little bit better. Like I'm a job guy. I'm not a fucking jobber. Like, you know what I
mean? You're a guy, not her.
Yeah, I'm a guy doing the job basically.
So we watched 4 matches apiece of the Bolshaviks. What was your first, mate?
My first one, the first 3 I've got dates, and the last one I've got hasn't got a date, but I think the last one I've got is the latest one. So I will start from the first one I've got, and it's against the Young Stallions from '87. It's a house show. I've not got the exact date.
Was it Philadelphia Spectrum?
Oh, it possibly was.
Lots of empty seats and no Slick.
Yeah, there wasn't Slick. Slick wasn't there, I don't think.
That's the very first one I had as well.
Is it?
November the 7th, 87, that was.
Oh, was it? All right, because on the title it just said the year. I didn't go.
I had to do a bit more research.
Oh, did you?
And I found it. Yeah, I found it in the results. Good to know this.
Yeah, I wrote at the end of it, but fucking my notes is like right there, almost the whole fucking page just on this match. Like literally, I really enjoyed it, and right at the end, it's very good. There was some good stuff in it, like a lot of spots that were, I can't go through the whole fucking thing. It'll be here all night, but there was just some like really good things. I like the whole fucking, the when you think he's gonna get the false tag with the fuck. I think he had him in a bear hug, but instead of coming in getting the distraction, he just comes in and fucking pulls Paul Romer's tights back to the corner. You know what I mean? I thought that was a pretty cool little spot because you're expecting the fucking false tag, ain't you? When he runs in, he gets the tag and all the rest of it. But no, I quite like
something early on that I really liked was Paul Romer's headlock takeover when he walks up the ropes to do it on Boris.
Yeah.
That I really enjoyed.
Yeah, there's a lot of headlock stuff at there.
Yeah.
At the start. What else did I like? There's a point where I think fucking right near the start, Nikolai's fucking asking the ref to raise their hands for a DQ. Like
yeah.
he fucking
and he does it to them.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. But what I've got, there was a spot I'm trying. Oh yeah, yeah, this was a really cool spot. I'm trying to find it here. Where are we? Yeah, there's a really good spot where fucking it's during the whole shine where they're fucking doing all the headlock stuff and that. Where I think Romer's got the headlock on. Zuchoff takes over for a split second, fucking tags Nikolai who runs in, but he's holding it's on Powers, not Romer. Fucking Nikolai runs in, fucking nails Zuchoff, who's just tagged out, and then he just takes the head on Nikolai. So it's literally just switching the fucking heel who they're doing it on, which is pretty, just keep the headlock kind of thing.
They're really looking after Volkoff's limitations, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, definitely. Which just shows you how good workers they were, really. Because yeah, but trying to do the old knee in the back for the cut off, the old traditional knee to the back.
Shitload of heat on Roma.
Yeah.
Do you know fucking the bear hug into the fucking right high bear hug from Nikolai, and then the sunset flip that Roma did. That was cool. I like that. The old fucking like the anvil in the Warlord finish.
Yeah.
And it goes over. That was cool. And I like the bit of the finish where the Bolsheviks run together after fucking Jim Power sleeps to them. That was cool.
No, it was a very good match. Very good. I enjoyed it. About 15 minutes went or something like that. 13 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. Which they would never have had on TV.
No. In a fucking 3-minute match on TV, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Boris with a flying headbutt for the win. Pretty much, wasn't it?
I didn't quite see what that was. I didn't know if it was a headbutt or not. Just looked a bit fucking.
I think it was. With a fucking head as big as his, you're going to do an headbutt, aren't you?
It looked like it or something. He just fucking ran over him, didn't he? Just ran into him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The Bolsheviks here are in black, aren't they? Both of them.
Oh, they are. I can't remember now. Were they?
Yeah. Which I don't think I've ever seen before or since. But yeah, bouting. That was a good one. Very enjoyable. Do you want to do your next one as that was the same as mine?
Yeah. Was that was your first one then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as my first one. Right. My next one is it's a total squash match. And I thought it would be a squash match, but you always like to throw the odd squash match in there, don't you? Against Brad Anderson and Chuck Striker from Wrestling Challenge.
Okay.
4th of September 1988. I've got here.
Is it Brad that's Oli's son?
It's who?
Is it Brad that's Oli's son, or is that Brian? I can't remember who's who, but there's a Brad and a Brian, and they're both WCW bits and fucking Smoky Mountain bits.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
But he's like a Shoot Anderson brother, or relation.
Right. Okay. There's not really a lot to put on this one, but the fucking Bolsheviks ain't selling a fucking thing. I tell you that. Like, they don't give a fuck. They're not ain't even acknowledging that they're fucking being hit, and they end up fucking squashing them, like literally just beating the fuck out of them, and 3 minutes of them just like destroying them, really, and that's basically all there is to tell. But it was quite funny just watching them not sell a thing,
everything you expected it to be.
Eh?
It's everything you expected it to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bosh. My next one from '88, was an 8-man. Slicks wrestlers being the Bolsheviks, One Man Gang and Butch Reed, against the Killer Bees, Lanny Poffo and Rick Hunter.
All right.
From, some TV. Boris gets jumped at the start by Brian Blair. They do the same thing where Brian sleeps to Boris, over he goes, runs into Nikolai. Shitload of tag team stuff from the Killer Bees. At the minute, like early on, it's basically the Bolsheviks against the Killer Bees. But they've been working so much, like I found out on our shows, I suppose. It's the fucking start of their match that they would have normally anyway, isn't it? In comes Lanny, but he gets cut off right soon. Butch Reed does a bit of heat on him, not a great deal. Bit of a tag to Rick Hunter, also wrestled as the Gladiator in a mask there as well. Hot tag, in comes Rick, all fucking fire, punches fucking Butch once, Butch ain't having it, fuck you. He's like, nah. So hot tag went very fucking cold right quickly. then One Man Gang comes in, and this is all One Man Gang does in the match, was come in for the finish, which is like he suplexes him, but he goes forward instead of backwards. Probably got a name, but I don't know what the fuck it is. But that thing, and that was that. Yeah, like everybody did well, except Rick Hunter, that was seen as the job guy. But I suppose the Killer Bees were the Killer Bees. Lanny was like middle of the road, and Rick Hunter was there to take the pin, wasn't he? So, yeah, it was all right, that. Can't knock that. Did exactly what it had to do to get Slicks Boys over.
There we go.
What you got?
All right. My, so that was your second, wasn't it?
My second.
My third one is from the 15th of January, 1990 against Demolition.
Okay.
Yeah, this was this was a decent match.
Because Axe and Volkoff were a team years ago, weren't they? Were they not the Mongols?
No, that was the Mongols was Volkoff. See, I read up on this a little while ago because I was getting really...
I was always under the impression Axe was a Mongol.
Yeah, he was. Axe was. Not Smash, because you said Smash, didn't you?
Yeah, no, Axe. I went to Axe, sorry.
Yeah, this is what happened. This is actually what happened, because I always thought it was Axe and Volkoff, but what it was Volkoff was a Mongol with somebody else. I can't remember this guy's name. I think he passed away many years ago. There was two Mongols, and then Volkoff left, and then Bill Eadie went in to become a Mongol. So Bill Eadie and Volkoff were never together as the Mongols. Basically, Bill Eadie replaced Volkoff in the Mongols.
Ah, okay. That's where I'm going wrong then, because I was always under the impression that it was at least them two for at least some period of time. But
as well, I thought they were. In fact, I thought, I actually thought that it was maybe. I thought it was Axe and someone else, and then Volkoff replaced the other person, so it became Axe and Volkoff. But it never was. No, it was actually Axe was later than Nikolai.
So it was the third person and Nikolai to start with, and then Axe and the third person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
So it was never Axe and Volkoff, which I always thought it was, but no, it wasn't. So there we go. Yeah. Right. So yeah, this match.
Was this just from TV?
Yeah. I don't know where it was. I can't remember, but massive shine by Demolition. Like, I always preferred Demolition as heels as well. Like, their faces here, obviously, but I did prefer them as heels just because, they look like two fucking, horrible bastards, really, don't they? So, we do the whole fucking. They go for the knee in the back, but fucking Smash pops him off the apron, turns around into a massive fucking clothesline by Zuchoff for the cutoff. But like, he almost literally takes Smash's fucking head off, and I reckon even the commentators mentioned it. They reckon Zuchoff like fucked up his arm or something, because he fucking nailed him right on the fucking chops, and he's selling his arm like he'd just taken a fucking like something on the arm. But what have we got? They do the whole fucking same situation with the fucking false tag that's gonna be a false tag, but he just pulls him back, which was like they done in the Young Stallions match, pulled him back to the corner by the tights. Yeah, it was pretty decent. The finish was like, if I asked you what I thought the finish would be, no way. No, you're there. Sorry, it went.
Yeah, mate, you vanished there for a minute.
Yeah,
so the finish, it wasn't what you thought it would be.
No, basically, the finish was, you ain't gonna believe this shit. It was a fucking running high cross body by Axe on Volkoff for the win.
Fucking hell.
That's some fucking B-flags.
How that?
Yeah, so fucking yeah, so basically he's just fucking running, and I'm like, what's he doing here? Like, just fucking takes off like the stereo, and fucking just gets that's the finish 1, 2, 3. It was pretty decent, to be fair. It was a good match, but an unexpected finish.
You've got four fucking quality wrestlers there, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So that was impossible to go wrong with them, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
My third one from the third year that they were there, 89. We're back to the Philadelphia Spectrum versus the Bushwhackers. Now,
right.
this is fucking the best of all four by far because it's fucking class. It's not pretty. It's not crisp. It's just fucking. It's a bit of a mess, but it's fucking brilliant at the same time.
This is your third one, isn't it?
Yeah.
What year? Because my fourth one is the Bushwhackers, but I didn't have a date, so I don't know if it's the same one.
Oh, this is 89 from Philly.
Okay, this one just says I didn't see a date on it, so it might have been the same one. But if you talk about it, I'll see if it's the same fucking. See if it's the same one.
So again, we've got no Slick. Slick clearly doesn't like Philadelphia. That's why he don't go there. That's the only fucking reason I can assume. National anthem. The Bushwhackers music plays. They're over. No, sorry, the Bushwhackers have no music. Sorry, they just kind of appear. So, but they're very new at this point, aren't they, the Bushwhackers? So, I'm getting pre-music days, but they're over as fuck. Bushwhackers jump them. Loads of shit going on. Nikolai goes out, obviously, because he's not going to do all the work. That's Boris's job. Fucking off the ropes goes Boris, sent by the Bushwhackers. Nikolai trips him and pulls him out, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, this is the same match I've got. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's like really cool, like tripping your teammate just to get him out there.
Yeah.
Out go the Bushwhackers, double back rake, fucking backing go the Bolshaviks, fucking noggins. This is brilliant. I'm loving this one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I really liked? Fucking the Bushwhackers like double whip Boris, but they kind of go with him and hit the ropes at the same time as him, and then Boris sort of shoots back, and the Bushwhackers stay there to confuse Boris, and he's like, "Where the fuck are they gone?" Turns around, double washing line. I really fucking like that. Like that's so simple.
Because at the time when I first watched it, I thought that looked a bit iffy. Like it almost like it was. They didn't know what they were doing, and then it was like, okay, no, that looked pretty cool. That did. Like it made.
I thought they were going for like a double knee sort of thing, but then when they let him go, and Boris was like, "Oh shit, where they gone?" And then it was like Bosch with the fucking double goozle. Fabulous.
Good that.
Nikolai's in, shitload of bear rugs. Bushwhackers in and out of this bear rug. Boris cuts Luke off with a bite. No, sorry, Luke cuts Boris off with a bite. Shitload of dirty stuff from the Volkoffs, or was I going to say the Bolshaviks. Do you know fucking Luke's corner posting's brilliant, isn't it? He's done it often at this point. But like he gets sent to the corner, he like comes off his feet and goes fucking doing. I really like that. Fucking Boris with a sunset flip. Didn't expect that one.
Fucking, I've written that part down here as well. To be fair, we grabbed some motherfucking beer, didn't he?
Yeah, it's class, isn't it? Boris knocks Nikolai out the ring. Fucking battering ram and the old pick up and double knee thing. Fucking class. I'd give this amounts to 7 stars any day of the week, and I'm not saying that in a piss taking way. I'm fucking saying that quite genuinely. It's a really good fucking match, I thought.
You know what?
It's the kind of shit I could watch over and over.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. You know what spot I liked? Fucking made me laugh. I was like fucking chuckling to myself watching it. Where the fucking double teaming one of the Bushwhackers in the corner, and then the other one comes in and starts sparking them out, and then ends up fucking nailing his own partner. Do you remember? He's just fucking getting a bit carried away. You know what I mean? He's like pop, 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 and fucking
everyone.
Yeah, yeah, that made me laugh. It was all right. That was, but yeah, it was a really good match, real fun. My kind of match, to be honest.
But it wasn't too fun to be stupid. It was still believable wrestling. You believe that them Russians were beating the shit out of them New Zealanders or vice versa. You know what I mean? It was funny, but it wasn't taken to the point of ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
No,
was round.
it made me laugh how the fucking commentators kept saying that they're from Australia, though.
Yeah, clearly. It was one commentator on his own, but I'm not sure who it was.
Yeah, I
Couldn't
don't know.
pick out who it was, to be fair. But was that your last one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got one left, and technically, I didn't know whether this will be allowed or not.
Right.
But it's a Bolshaviks match, so I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Right.
It's from the SummerSlam Forever pre-show kind of thing, before the SummerSlam of 1990. Nikolai versus Boris.
All right.
Why not? It's a Bolshaviks match, right? The match itself is like fucking seconds long, but they had a little, like a video gimmick at the start with Nikolai on the Brother Love show with Jim Duggan, and he's fucking, Nikolai's all American now, isn't he? And then Nikolai in the ring getting a medal from the Scouts of the USA. They award him with this medal, and he fucking sings the Pledge of Allegiance and all this bollocks. Then it's match time. Boris is in the ring singing the national anthem on his own. Bless him, no teammate. Then all this patriotic music hits, and it's fucking in comes Nikolai with the USA flag. It's the same music that Lex Luger had when he was All American.
Okay.
That one. Yeah, Nick with the flag and his fucking medal on, proud as punch, Nikolai. Boris jumps him. Every match I've seen's got some kind of jump or another, be it to them or them doing it to the other, to the baby faces. Out the ring goes Boris. There's a bit of a brawl for bits and bobs. There's a slam on the outside to Boris. Boris sets him off and he ducks his head like he's going to backdrop Nikolai. And then Nikolai grabs his beard and sort of, like X Factors him into the floor with a beard, into the mat. That was pretty cool. Fucking massive backdrop, atomic drop, and the finish. Nikolai posts him, and he does like Boris goes in like Bret Hart style, and then clothesline to the back, which was very much Lex Luger's finish also as well, was it not, when he was a narcissist? So there's lots of Lex Luger based references here. Yeah, much of a much really. It was just there to get Nikolai over and the USA chants going, but I just thought it was something different because it had both of them in and kind of like finished off the run of the Bolsheviks. You knew it was over then, didn't you?
Mm.
For me, it was the Bushwhackers. Night and day. I'll watch them and the Bushwhackers 5 times in a row, and it'll be fabulous.
That was brilliant. I really liked the youngster. Well, in fact, I liked all the matches. Bar obviously the squash that was like minutes long, but all 3 were great. But no, I would put the Bushwhackers one probably just above them. Yeah, I would.
And that's over Demolition, who are like your best team ever of ever.
You what? Sorry.
And that's over Demolition, who are the best team ever ever.
Yeah. And all the matches I had were all different as well. The Young Stallions, Demolition, and Bushwhackers. You can't fucking get any more different.
No, not at all.
No, brilliant.
No, if there's a team that we've ever watched that are more like us, I mean, we're pretty much the fucking Bolsheviks, aren't we?
We basically.
I don't shit and do as little as possible, so I'm definitely Nikolai. And you with that beard and that massive fucking head are definitely Boris.
And we barely speak fucking English too, to be fair. So,
I'm getting a fucking USSR fucking singlet made. Fucking the Iron Rose and fucking Boris Carter.
That's funny, that is. Fucking hell, that is funny.
Fucking, I'm seeing merchandise. Yeah, so Bolsheviks, fucking brilliant. I'm now looking forward to seeing more Boris Zuchoff in our singles form, which inevitably we'll do at some point because Boris is class.
Yeah, he is.
WCW Wednesday, Tatanka on Monday. We'll pick next week's team on Friday when we do Tatanka. But that's been the Bolshaviks.
When's the Tatanka one?
Friday.
Oh, that was yeah. So it's WCW Wednesday, that Friday. I thought you said Monday. I was getting confused. No, so yeah.
we'll pick Monday's team on Friday.
Yeah.
Sound. That was the Nikolai and Boris. Oh, do you know who don't get seen much in the ones I've seen here that we haven't spoken about is Slick. I fucking love Slick, but you don't see him much in these because he wasn't in two of them I watched. He wasn't in them anyway. He wasn't in the Nikolai and Boris match, which surprised me because I thought he managed Boris after. So he was only really in the 6-man, sorry, the 8-man tag that was a bit of a much anyway. It was like, glorified enhancement. But yeah, Slick was class. Often a forgotten manager, any Slick, I think.
Yeah, I think so. No one really brings him up, do they, when they talk about the managers of the...
No, like Bobby Heenan, Jim Cornette, Jimmy R always seem to get the fucking, the first on the list, but rarely mentioned.
I always liked Mr. Fuji, I did. I just thought he was an evil bastard, like he had that fucking, just that natural fucking hateability about him, with the fucking cane or the salt or whatever it was, like, just thought he was evil.
Penguin, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Great worker as well he was back in the day. He was fucking good.
Yeah, which a lot of people forget about as well because they'd only really seen him in managing.
Yeah, that's it.
They almost don't know that he was wrestling. But just thought I'd mention him before we go because I kind of forgot, to the point that I almost forgot that he managed them. Yeah. But yeah, Slick was top shit. See you people on Wednesday, WCW.